I'm at the site of Athabasca Falls, just half hour south of Jasper along Highway 93, the Icefields Parkway. The Athabasca River has its source at the Columbia Glacier, one of the 6 major glaciers that flow out of the Columbia Icefield. The waters you see here today journey through Lake Athabasca, Great Slave Lake, and the Mackenzie River before spilling off the northern edge of the continent to the salt water of the Arctic Ocean, 6,200 kilometers away. Because of its historical significance, recreational opportunities, and untouched condition, the portion of the Athabasca River within Jasper National Park was designated a Canadian Heritage River in 1989. After it leaves the protection of Jasper National Park, the Athabasca River gathers water from most of northern Alberta and flows past towns, farmlands, and industrial developments. During the last glaciation, Jasper's hardest rock, Gog quartzite, broke off in large chunks. A few thousand years ago, the lip of the waterfall was here, where I'm standing. Under the river's constant attack, the rock lip has eroded a few millimeters of rock each year. Flowing water relentlessly battled the bedrock, carving this channel. Later, water found a break elsewhere in the rock's defenses. This channel was then forsaken. Trapped and spinning under water's direction, particles of sand, silt, and gravel carve like a diamond drill. The river took thousands of years to drill the potholes now suspended in the canyon walls. The potholes you see forming today will one day be suspended on the walls of an even deeper canyon. Bathed by constant mist and shaded from sunlight, the canyon can be up to 10 degrees colder than where I'm standing. The waterfall, being completely iced over, is a spectacular sight in the winter, although the water still flows out the bottom. This river is full of all sorts of dangers, including fast-moving waters, slippery rocks. Even in the modern day, people still die at Athabasca Falls. The last tragedy was in 2012 when a young man decided to hop over the fence to try and retrieve something, and he ended up slipping and falling into the river, and the current just pulled him down. Every couple of years, someone dies at Athabasca Falls. Park staff search for and rescue people who fall into the canyon. Usually, only the bodies are recovered for the grieving families. Step off the trail and you risk your life. The rocks, covered by spray year-round, are as slippery as ice. The water is glacial cold, swift, and deep. Within minutes of slipping into the water, hypothermia takes over. You cannot pull yourself out of the river. Once over the falls, death is swift. Is it worth the risk? Stay on the trail. It is a dangerous place, so please stay behind the guardrails. The Athabasca Falls are a natural work of art, sculpted by glacial ice and river water. Thank you for joining me as we explore your backyard. Since the last in a dynasty of glaciers retreated 10,000 years ago, the Athabasca River has battled a trembling earth. Abandoned channels, potholes, and deep canyons in some of the hardest rock in Jasper National Park mark the ancient battle lines. Today, the battle continues upstream at the 25-meter falls. Recipe for a pothole. First, trap sand or gravel in a depression. Add water that whirls it around and around, scouring the bedrock. Leave until the depression deepens and becomes rounder. The pothole is done when the water changes its course. Look for potholes on either side of the bridge and on the lower trail.